Welcome back. Pierre, the leader of the opposition and the Conservative Party of Canada, has been touring our region the past few days, and we're pleased to have him with us in studio. Welcome back.
It's great to be with you.
You are touring with your Axe the Tax program that you've been talking about in terms of carbon tax. We know that it's going to be introduced in this region on the weekend, and the price for a litre of all fuels will be rather substantial. But if you axe the tax, what do you replace it with?
We need to lower the cost of low-carbon energy rather than raising the cost of the energy that Canadians still need. For example, Premier Houston was pushing for a tidal power project that would have taken electricity right from the ocean waves and put it on our grid to replace coal-fired electricity. But after 6 years of delays by the Trudeau government, the company in question picked up and moved, so we won't get that opportunity here. We need to green light tidal power, nuclear power, more hydroelectric dams, carbon capture and storage to put more emissions-free electricity on our grid that is a low cost, and that's how we'll, over time, reduce our emissions. The worst way to do it is tax people for the things they need. A 20-cent a litre increase in gas prices, which is what Nova Scotians will face over the next 10 days, will do nothing for the environment. It'll mean a lot of people go hungry, though.
These programs that you mentioned,
yes,
they're not instantly up and running. This would take years and years, and clearly something needs to be done right away. Is not getting people off fossil fuels the quickest way to do that?
And replace them with what? I mean, we have to drive to work, we have to heat our homes, so we have people stay in a mud hut and heat themselves with fire. We need to heat our homes, we need to drive our vehicles, and that's why the carbon tax is so backwards. Trudeau's tax on the farmers that make the food and the truckers that ship the food is a tax on all who buy the food. So expect your grocery bill to go up as a result of the Trudeau tax as well. That'll do nothing for the environment. By the way, it will push more of our industry out of Canada to more polluting foreign jurisdictions from which we'll have to import them back. That too is bad for the environment. So better to green light and speed up green projects that will help us clean our grid and our energy system at a lower cost to taxpayers. You're
hitting a number of communities in Atlantic Canada while you're on this tour on the East Coast here. It feels something like a campaign swing. Should we read into this that you think perhaps Canadians might be going to the polls in the next, well, in the short run?
Not necessarily. I don't know when that will happen. I'm better at predicting the past. But what I can predict is that people are paying more. After 8 years of Justin Trudeau, life costs more, work doesn't pay, housing costs have doubled, and that's all before the carbon tax hike that he's kicking in, 20 cents a litre. His plan is then to go to 61 cents a litre, higher than it is today, and that'll mean more expenses for our seniors to eat, heat, and house themselves. Our seniors can't afford to do that, and that's why I'll axe the tax to bring home lower prices.
Clearly, this tour is intended to get people to consider the Conservative Party of Canada. You've got a handful of seats here out of 32 in Atlantic Canada. We've got 3 progressive Conservative governments in the Maritimes. So people here are certainly all right voting progressive Conservative, but that doesn't seem to translate at the federal level. Why don't Maritimers vote for the Conservative Party?
I think they will next time. They're the only party that stands for the common sense Atlantic Canadian values. Also pushing to make work pay again. Right now, when a single mom goes and earns an extra $1, she can lose up to 80 cents in clawbacks of her child benefit, income tax, payroll tax, so she can't ever get ahead. I want to reform the programs and lower the taxes so that people bring home more of each dollar they earn, and hard work pays off. A lot of Atlantic Canadians tell me they want to get ahead, they're prepared to work hard. Now they need a government that will get out of the way and off their backs to let them do it.
Will you be meeting with any of the PC premiers while you're here?
Not this time. We're mostly focused on grassroots, ground-level meetings, but I did actually connect with Premier Higgs at one of my rallies, and I'm in regular contact with Premier Houston as well, and I want to thank Premier Houston for fighting the carbon tax and also for fighting for the jobs and the way of life of Nova Scotians.
I'd like to ask you one more thing, if I may, about elections. There's been a fair amount of polling from the various polling firms in the country, and they all seem to suggest that the parties are are, well, sort of stuck in gear where they are, and they're not able to garner a lot of support from other than the particular part of the political spectrum where they are, leaving a large group of Canadians really sort of in the political wilderness wondering where to go. You have made your thoughts very well known about the deal that the NDP and the Liberal have to keep the Liberal government in power. But if this is a reality for Canada now, is there, if you were to get a minority government, do you see a party that you could work with if we're in an era of parties having to come together to create government? I'm
not looking to do any kind of a costly coalition like the NDP and Liberals, but of course I'm prepared to work with any party to achieve the goals of bringing home lower prices by getting rid of the inflationary carbon tax and deficits, bringing home powerful paychecks with lower income taxes, and by allowing our immigrant doctors and nurses to take an exam in order to get licensed and practicing in our hospitals, bringing home more affordable housing by incentivizing our cities to free up land and speed up permits so that our young people can actually afford to put a roof over their head. I'll prepare to work with anybody from any party, from any level of government, to bring home those kinds of common sense results.
Who might that be? Who aligns best with?
It's really on an issue-by-issue basis, and what I'd say is that it's time for the other parties to get back to what they used to stand for. The NDP used to stand for the working class, but now here they are supporting higher carbon taxes with Justin Trudeau, and so I would say you get back to those working class values, and then we'd have more in common. You know, sorry.
Well, you had some agreement with the NDP of late on the need for an inquiry.
Yes.
I want to ask you about that because last night the Prime Minister said that there has to be full agreement from all the opposition parties for something to be called a full buy-in, so to speak. Are you good with that?
Yes.
So you'd be willing to meet with the other opposition parties, come together. So should we expect an inquiry?
It's up to the Prime Minister. We're waiting for him.
We were awfully close to something being announced, and then all of a sudden you guys all went on break for the summer.
I stand by anytime he wants to give me a call. I've talked to his minister. I'm ready to do it. We got to get Beijing's dictatorship out of our democracy. They've interfered in 2 consecutive elections to help Trudeau win. I said, let's put aside partisan differences, get a full public inquiry, call a nonpartisan, apolitical former judge or intelligence expert to hold the thing, and let's protect Canada's democracy.
Is there a concern, though, that an inquiry might just take too long to get answers? I mean, we just went through the Mass Casualty Commission here. It took several years to get answers, and by that time we probably will have had another election.
Well, that's a good reason for the Prime Minister to call it right now and give it tight time frames. So that's what we've proposed. Call it now, have a tight turnaround time for a report, get it done, because we surely can't let a foreign dictatorship interfere in our politics to pull the strings, to work against our country's national interests. We should all put party differences aside and work for Canada's democracy.
Mr. Poilievre, we appreciate you taking the time and your schedule to come in and see us.
It's great to be with you.
That's Pierre Poilievre. He is the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada and the opposition leader in this country, and we will take a time out. We'll be back with health and business headlines.